My name is Joel Richards. I am from Rockville, Maryland. I heard about Heart Change from Fellowship Memphis in Memphis, Tennessee. I guess it's part of the same kind of spirit movement going on in the church right now. So from that, a pastor there recommended Heart Change Fellowship to me. What made me choose Heart Change as my church home is like it correlated with the changes going on in me, where I just don't want to have God for myself and just for me. Is that I want to go out to the community and touch people. And since that's the mission of Heart Change, if I have the same mission and this church has the same mission, I mean, it's the best place for me.
My name's Eric Schow. I'm from New England. I heard about Heart Change Fellowship through my buddy Joel, who we were talking about life and doing good things and living up to values and all this stuff. And he invited me to the church, and that's how I heard about it. I chose Heart Change as my church home because really good people, really accepting people from, and really just willing to, talk about life and do good things, be active in the community.
So Eric and I met. I have a part-time job at Upper Crust. Eric came into Upper Crust one day. I guess fresh out of the Occupy movement.
Yeah, it was fresh out of the Occupy movement, itching to change the world and help heal people, and not knowing how to go about that.
What interests me about you told me you were living in a tent in the middle of the city. I was like, that's unheard of.
Yeah.
So we just started talking. It's pretty much, if you're around me for more than 7 minutes, I'm going to try to get you to either believe in Christ or come to church, like one or the other. And I think I may have asked Eric maybe 12 times, and he was just like, nah, not really my thing. It's different. And then one day he finally said, you were like, I want to change the world. Like, I want to help the community. And then I said to him, this is all Jua, or what Christ led Jua to do, because the first sermon in our new church, he told us, to get up and go around the neighborhood and just see, this is the community we're going to be serving. Go look at the different places we're going to be serving. And I told Eric that, and I can just remember his eyes lighting up and being like, well, and I want to come and be a part of that.
Totally. In fact, the church was in the school before it was in a church. When we think of it as a church. And yeah, and then we went and I met Pastor Jua and heard about his background and what you guys have been doing with the church and community involvements, and then just talking with you guys. I was like, yes.
And I think the biggest thing, talking to Eric and communicating with Eric and us going through a change together. His growth might be at a different stage than mine, but we're still both growing. Has helped me grow even more. Because to see the faith that has grown so quickly in him. I've been a Christian for so long, and to know the faith that has grown, he was able to just really settle down, listen to God, and then literally just say what he wanted to do for God and with God, and the exact thing he asked for happened.
It literally was before I met Joel, I had been searching. I tried out, I went to a church down south when I was down there farming, and but didn't connect. Then it came up here. I've just been pushing. I've done a lot of meditating about the world and life, and it's like a dam broke with that personal relationship with God and Jesus. Yeah, and then more than I could have hoped for came true as far as where I'm walking now or sailing now.
Yeah, sailing.
Helping kids out and teaching them about a little bit about the world themselves.
I just think this relationship that Eric has is one of the most valuable relationships I've ever had, because it shows how much change God had in me. I've tried to lead people to Christ before, but all I ever had was, you don't want to go to hell. But now it was talking to him, I was like, do you want to change the world? Do you want to live a happier life? That's where our discussions more come about than before. my discussions about Christ were like, man, how do I keep from going to hell? Like, and hell's like the farthest thing from my mind right now. That's the farthest thing from our conversation. It's all about how can we enjoy life? How can we help others find the same joy that we found? And I feel like God used the relationship I have with Eric and then our change to help foster that change in me. And then I, foster the change in him and everything. So
that's what it's about. Being good people in the community.
being good people, Christ-like, what Christ would be in the community. That's
exactly.
it.
What is it? Love your neighbor as you love yourself, and love God.